Morning friends, it's Joe from DadBod. Today it's day 104 and about 5:06 in the morning. We are now in Sapporo, which is in Hokkaido, which is like the northernmost island of Japan, and I'm actually going to get to go for a run, which is great. But I did want to give you a view from our Airbnb. We're on like the 29th floor of this high-rise. First of all, I didn't know Sapporo was a city, so this is super cool. And it's like 70 degrees. It's awesome. But here's your morning sunrise rooftop. Let's see if I can do this without dropping you off a balcony. That sun's coming up over there. It's real nice. Super windy. It was crazy last night. There's a huge storm. A nice view of the mountains. Alright friends, we're downstairs. So today we have a Fartlek, 2.5 miles. I'm gonna see if I could do the throttle pace up to the run. I will say I'm about 12 days post-COVID, but still sinusy, throat messed up, coffee, and I've been eating like trash, so we'll see what this workout turns into. Let me pop you on my head. We'll get going. Oh joy. I haven't worn this in a while. My hair's longer. Also, that restaurant's called Noah's Ark, like from the Bible. And it's got like Greek mythology. It's a really interesting cultural hybrid, but you get to cook on like these charcoal grills and they bring you meat and fish and stuff. Really want to go there. Yeah, let me see if I could get my clock set. We're gonna follow a river to Sapporo Tower. All right, and we're gonna do it as a variable interval. I'm gonna walk for a minute. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go this way. And start. And start. So we're just gonna follow this river. It's nice to get out on my body. So we got 1 minute for the throttle. We'll do 30. 1 minute, 1:30, 2:33, and then work it back down. We'll have a map open just in case, so I can make sure I'm going to the right place. We want to follow this water. That's our goal. But yeah, I figured I'd run into stuff like that. All right. Crap. Oh, you're supposed to interval up. Go get it. All right. 30 seconds, let's go. I normally don't do city running. Phone. What? Just want to know if we're going the right way. Yeah, I think we're good. And bring it back to throttle. Whew. I am not conditioned. I still got leg strength. You don't lose everything overnight, but eating trash food, sleeping irregularly on different beds, and about 20 hours worth of travel between trains, cabs, and airplanes will do it. So you're gonna have to work into it little by little. 15 seconds. At least it's early enough that I can do this. Get away with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got a full minute. Let's go. First one back always sucks, right? So that's just where I'm at. Day 1. Day 104, day one. It's funny how that works. Can I cut through here? Nope. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So like, I gotta work on everything, friends. Finding my form. I'm running in a different pair of shoes than normal. I got like all the excuses right now to not want to do this, but it's beautiful. Oh, there's our river. Found it. I got phlegm. I get that out there. 15 minutes. Sorry, 15 minutes. 10 seconds. Oh. Whew. All right. See you in a minute, river. And kick it up. We got a minute 30. Put us to 5. We got 6 minutes. We lost our river. Come on, Joe. I'm like, find the bush. You're still fit. You're still strong. You can still do these things. Because right now, the way my body's running, I'm like, there's no way I could do a half marathon next week. But I gotta tell myself, I still got 8 days, right? 8 days to lift strong. 8 days to get those runs. Oh, there's our river. Eight days. So we got time. All right. Oops. There's our tower. Yeah, bring it down. So we're running to Sapporo Tower. So it's like a mini Eiffel Tower. How you say, man? All right, 30 seconds, get your breathing. Next one's 2 minutes. Ouch. Have you missed me? Oh man, it's been tough. Between COVID, vacation, I've been super irregular. I will say, that cheesecake yesterday that I found, that was awesome. About 5 seconds. I'm dragging, but I'm pushing. 3, 2, 1, kick it up. Oh no. I can make it. Got 2 minutes. You're running till 9. Whew. Oh, you feel those intervals? You pushing it, pushing your tempo. And friends, I've petered, right? Petered out. Got all this throat crap, grumpy lungs, sore body. if you're fresh today, you got a marathon or a half marathon next week, right? Give yourself a push. Seriously, like, don't hold back because of me. Really push your tempo. Or just stack the intervals. When we get to the peak, the 3-minute interval, pause it, do a 1-minute trottle, and then add a 3.5-minute interval, right? And then do a 1-minute recovery and drop it down to a 3-minute interval. And then unpause and finish it out. You can push it a little further. All right, bring it down. Nice. I got a minute. Pushing towards 10 minutes, y'all. And luckily, we both know from experience that if we show up and we do the Fartlek and we make it challenging, if we hit those intervals, and if we spike beyond our half marathon pace, it's much easier for us to go the long distance, right? There's a marker down here. Much, much easier. So, show up for yourself right now. And I've said it 100 times, because you're worth it. And if you got a little extra in the tank than I do, you gotta push. All right, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Here we go, kick it up. All right, so we'll be going to 12:30. It's challenging today. I feel it, but I'm finding my form. You know what I've really missed more than anything? Not the runs. I mean, the runs are hard. It's hard to show back up. I've missed the strength work. It's just hard for me to hit that while I travel. I forgot to bring bands. I mean, yesterday we spent full 8 hours, 9 hours traveling. It was supposed to be 4. But our train got stopped because of inclement weather. So we were trapped on a non-moving train with 3 kids for 3.5 hours. And then ultimately had to take a 1-hour taxi because it just turned out it wasn't gonna work. It sucked. And today we're supposed to have 4 hours of trains. And me and Felicia are like, man, I don't know. The destination's pretty cool, but it's a lot of travel. Alright, we're almost to Sapporo Tower. Got 1 more minute at the upper interval. Keep pushing. There it is. Mini Japanese Eiffel Tower in Sapporo. Oh, sugoi. It's wonderful. Now this is just a big open park, so I'm gonna run it 30 more seconds. This is good. This is gonna clear me out. 15 seconds, come on. Push, push. Yeah, travel was a nightmare yesterday. It's just so hard to make a decision. All right, slow down. 1 minute. Make the most of it. Okay. 20 seconds. Breathe. We got 1 more interval.
Actually, so we got another 30 seconds. I almost went too hard on you. "30 more seconds, there we go." Trying to clear everything out. I'm breathing better than I was this morning. I just gotta be careful. If I need to walk, I will. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, push. 3 minutes, y'all. So we're running to 16:30. Really? Is that really what we're doing today? That seems like a lot. Are you sure? Now, Sapporo is super far north in Japan, so the climate is chillier. It's awesome. It's famous for skiing and like a snow festival. It's my kind of weather. So in the summer, because we're in early September, the weather's really mellow, like 72 degrees. Japanese, we would say daisuki. I love it. It's nice. Keep pushing, 2 minutes, come on. I know we're dragging. Oh, that's a death sentence. I'm gonna wreck it. We got a minute 30, come on. Come on, push. You're exactly halfway right now, which is tough because you're about to start your third lap. We don't like the third lap, so we're gonna run it one interval at a time, maybe even smaller, 1 minute at a time, or maybe if you're dying, 30 seconds at a time. You only got 1 minute, so just hold your pace for 30 seconds. Just stretch it out, because you and I know it's worth it. Come on, hold the pace. You're almost done with that first 30 seconds. 8 more seconds of that one. Come on now. Don't quit on me. 30 seconds, all right? This is your last little piece. That's all you got. 30 seconds. 18 seconds. It's beautiful. 10 seconds, come on. Finish out. Finish out. And you're not walking. You're throttling. 3, 2, 1. Throttle. Turn it back. Oh, that's beautiful. Get a little bit of spire. All right. Got till 17:30. Breathe. Get control. I've missed you, friends. It's 5:27 in the morning. All right. Can't be wasting no time. You got crap to do today. It's Friday. Friday fun day. Let's go. 30 more seconds. And remember, squeeze the glute. Squeeze your abs. Roll your shoulders back. Tuck your tailbone. Run with your butt. Almost there. We got 2.5 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Kick it up. Come on. This one's hard. You feel the dead legs, right? But each pyramid gets smaller. And I know you could show up for 2.5 minutes. Let's go. So 2.5 puts us at 18. All right, this will end at a cool 20 minutes. 20 minutes in. Push your pace. Drive. Enjoy the view. It's a nice little tower. Ain't it cute? Get your form. Run with good form. You're tired, so your form is so important. Keep it moving. Come on. Minute 30. Push. You got this. Okay? It gets easier. Well, it gets harder first. Good form. Come on now. Have a good time. Just focus in, alright? You've been training a while. You're capable. Some of you might be like, Joe, shut up. I added that 3:30. That was a dumb idea. Sorry. 45 seconds, come on. It's already almost over. Push, push. Cover some ground. Push. 30 seconds. Oh man, it gets, we're working it. We're getting closer. This is probably the hardest one for me. It's not the 3 minute, it's the 2:30 after it. Because that's really the test. If I'm gonna show up and do the full pyramid. 3, 2, 1. Jog, not walk. I'll tell you what, I'm here for it. Are you? You here for this workout? You here for yourself? You gonna finish out what you started? You've had bumps in the road like me. You've been sick. You've been tired. You've been sore. But you're here. So don't get over fixated on next Saturday when you got that run. You got to be right here. You got to be maxing out this run. You got to be maxing out that 6 mile. That 6 mile long one, maybe you can push your tempo a little bit. All right. Your lifts, hey, you can lift kind of hard. The last 2 days, I would pull back though. All right, let's go. 2 minutes. Oh, dragon. Still hard. Still tough. But you know what? You could do it. You're capable. Push. Push. It's convenient that it's 5. Because I don't have to wait for stop signs. Minute 30. Don't give up, y'all. You were rounding that 3rd lap. Okay? I know the tempo. It still sucks. We're still breathing hard. We're still striding. But we're here, taking care of ourselves. These are all the things I speak not only over you, I speak them over myself. Because it's hard to say yes to myself right now. I'm navigating a lot of travel logistics for a lot of people, a lot of moving parts. It's really been a week where if I was a selfish person, which I kind of am, but if I was really selfish and immature, I'd probably be in a bad place. But it's really been an opportunity for me to stretch myself and really try to care for my wife and my kids as we navigate life's unexpected. But because of that, 10 seconds, self-care It has eroded during this trip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jog it. Hey man, you're on the last intervals. They're gonna come fast, but they're gonna end fast, okay? The next one's a minute 30. Keep your throttle alive. So it's been hard for me to carve out time to get out there. It's been hard for me to rest and fully recover because I own all the packing, all the logistics, all the A to B's. And if we miss the flight, if we miss the train, it gets bad. So that means right now, it's hard to do self-care. And it's hard because it's hard. Right now I feel a pressure. I feel a pressure right now to be somewhere else. 3, 2, 1. You got a minute 30. Run into 25:30. I feel this pressure to be somewhere else, to be doing something else. In reality, my kids are asleep. If they're awake, there is an iPad and a Switch and some bananas waiting for them. I woke up early. I did all the right things. I'm here, you know? Just like you. Maybe you got a lab report due, some other responsibility with your adult job, whatever it is. But you can't do that right now while you're running with me. So your responsibility is to take care of yourself, to be here, so that your body will take care of you. All right? "25 seconds, come on. Your legs are dead, so are mine. Come on. 20 seconds. 20 seconds, let's go. Run, run. But something magic will happen in 10 seconds. If we show up for ourselves, oh man, you'll flourish in all the other spaces of life. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. All right, you got a minute. Bring it down. Hold your throttle pace. I'm dying. 26 minutes or 26:30. Oh man, if we take care of ourselves right now, we really challenge ourselves right now. Finish this out strong. Have some protein, drink some fluids. Your body's gonna carry you farther and farther. Both with the half marathon, but in life. All right. 15 seconds. Nice. I think my river's over here. I don't know. All right, let's go. You got 1 minute. Easy, 1 minute. That's nothing. You've been out here 26 minutes. Just run a minute. Shut up. Shut up and do it. 40 seconds, come on. You can totally do this. You're right on it, man. 30 more seconds, come on. Push it out. Push it out. You got a little bit left in the tank. Come on. 20 minutes, come on. Don't let up. Don't let up. 10 seconds. Push. It's gonna matter when you're on that last stretch. 3, 2, 1. Throttle. You're not done. You're not done. You got 1 minute. And then we have the last run. Come on now. Going to 28:30. Friends, you got 2 minutes of this workout left. Okay? Don't get silly with me. Get it done. All right? You know you can do it. I know you can do it. Just finish it out. Breathe. Well, let's finish. Let's do something cool. All right? Because there's nowhere you could be right now but here. You can't teleport to work. Don't cut it short. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last run. Come on. Give me what you got. Bring a little ego back. Come on. Everybody's watching you cross the finish line. Even if it's messy finish. Even if you're wheezing and swinging your arms. Even if you're 306 pounds. Across the finish. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Throttle. Throttle, I ain't done with you. Throttle it up, fool. You still got a little bit of time. Ain't that nice? 50 more seconds with me. Finish out. 45 seconds. No, y'all want to walk? We got a walk coming after this. I'm gonna cool you down, but not yet. Stretch it. Be in that cardio discomfort to the max right now. 30 seconds. Come on. I don't want you to pull back at all. 20 seconds. Nice run. Arigato. Nice run. That's an encouragement for you. Nice run. All right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 3 minutes on the dot. How do we do in distance? Let's check. Nice run. Beautiful. Oh, that's the wrong menu. Ah. We're almost at 2.5 for being sick and wheezy. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Got the burps coming. My goal was to be back at 6. It's 5:41. So you could drop off if you have stuff to do. There's a cool little park out here that I want to walk to. So I got some stuff I need to think about. So maybe I'll take a little cool down walk in this special Sapporo park. I can look at what it's called if you ever want to visit it yourself. Nakajima Park. Straight ahead. It's a little bit of a ways, maybe another 300 meters. I don't know, how far is it? Directions to here, from here. 6-minute walk, 400 meters, mostly flat. I'll take it. Oh, I'm sore. You can roll out your shoulders. Tell your body you did a good job. Woo! That was a good one. See, I just love moving water. Like, it's something I didn't have access to where I lived growing up. So I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago. And if you've never been to Chicago, it's very flat. We don't really have hills and mountains. So the water just stays. We like to call that stagnant water. Some folks might be familiar with the term a pond. A mosquito dwelling place. Miserable existence. No. The landscape of Illinois. Ooh, there's a fish. Ooh, koi. What up? Mystery adventure over here. Bet y'all didn't think you'd get to see koi. That one's not even trying. He's just drifting. Just like we are in life sometimes. We just let the current push us away. Oh, there it goes. It's moving. It's engaged again. Just let the current push you wherever it needs to go. How's a good one, friends? I'm sore. I'm gonna hit a couple of the what are those things called? The deadlifts really quick. Oh, yeah. Now, there were a couple moments today where I knew I wasn't running with good form. For me, I was making choices that brought in a little bit of discomfort. I don't encourage you to do that. I'm aware at my thresholds, right, on where there's just some discomfort I got to work through to finish, and other times where discomfort will lead to injury. So I did run with a little bit of back flexion, so my lower back's a little sore, and part of it's been like I haven't been able to do my rows and my deadlifts, so every day my body's been loosening and loosening instead of kind of tightening up, right? Remember, I'm not supposed to stretch. For me personally, I'm supposed to flex. Yeah, flex, not stretch, for me and my hyper bendy body. So I chose to run with some of that discomfort because the biggest thing I actually wanted to work today was cardio. I got to get whatever's going on with my chest sorted. I don't want to push myself into a sick threshold or anything like that. I think the park might be there actually. Let me look at it. Where are we at? This journey? Yeah, straight ahead. Straight though. So I didn't want to push myself into injury, but I'm just talking through it because you're gonna hit these choices on your half marathon if you haven't already, right? Let's assume you showed up, you did your 11 mile, your 10 mile. When you start getting into those distances, like, there will always be at some point some discomfort you have to work through safely, modify through, adjust your pace, adjust your stride, pause and hit a couple deadlifts, right? There's things you're gonna have to do to keep your body moving at that level, especially if you're heavier set with pre-existing injuries. So for me, when I was calling out form on that run, it was literally because I personally was struggling with form and recognized it. And it was a call out for me to squeeze the glute, tuck the tailbone, do the right things, because it's harder to squeeze the core when you've eaten salty fried sweet food every single day because you're on the move with kids, so you just don't have the food options at home, right? And on top of that, haven't been lifting, haven't been doing planks. Like, in the mornings, I probably could have rolled out of bed and instead of saying, oh, I can't record a full Moose Lift 4A, I could have rolled out of bed and done like 3 sets of push-ups, a couple sets of planks, got myself a little sweaty and took a shower. But I didn't, right? And that's just a learning for this. But it doesn't mean I can't start showing up now, so that's what I'm doing. Gonna go see this cool park and then maybe stretch, work back. Let's see. So we're entering the park and we want to go straight and to the left, and there's a cool pond apparently. We're gonna go walk around the pond. The other thing I'm doing, I am just trying to increase on leg time. With this trip, I've been on my feet non-stop, and most of the time I'm pushing a stroller loaded with 2 suitcases and or 3 kids. So leg time's actually been good, and I've been trying to hold core when I do that, but I haven't been like running or doing things independently, holding my own posture. So even right now, I want to sit back on my hips. I'm actively trying to like lengthen my spine. It's compressed a little bit. I lengthen it by like flexing my back and my abs. So that's what I'm trying to work right now. Just add a little bit extra to today's workout so that I'm a little bit more prepared for next week. Next week's gonna be a push. That's 6 miles on Monday. That's really gonna challenge me, I anticipate. That's cool. It's like a music note. I like that. I don't know what it's supposed to be. The lake's ahead of us. Walk around the lake, Joe. Just add a little extra. Take our friends on a little mini trip. See some birds and crap, I don't know. What do they keep at parks? Apparently old ladies smoking at the playground. OG-san doing whatever that is. This morning workout. Just a nice Friday morning smoke. Love it. That's sarcasm, my friends. Oh, I caught a whiff of it. Mom used to smoke, she quit. Grandma used to smoke, she quit. My brother still smokes, I think. Left or right? Let's do left, like the hands of a clock. Oh, nice. Oh, you can rent little boats, that's cute. I'm pooped. Alright, well, I'm gonna think so you guys can enjoy a lake, mountain, tree view. Oh, I just think to myself for a bit. I'll give you some quiet. Nice. Hey, left nostril just opened up. That's great. That's been screwed up since the flight. I got like a ton of sinus pressure because we took a small flight between Hakodate, which is southern Hokkaido, to Sapporo, which is northern Hokkaido. And like, I don't know, something with the pressurizing of the cabin didn't agree with my face, so all my sinuses locked up, got like a sinus headache, flew to my ears. I still haven't gotten out. It closed my left nasal cavity, so well, that was kind of chunky and gross. It's free now. I can breathe. Friends, I've really appreciated doing this journey with you. It's been fun, challenging, anxiety-provoking, a true test for me and for you, but we're close. So take a moment to pause, appreciate. Appreciate all the work that you've done, all the days you've showed up, and remind yourself that not one of those workouts was perfect. There's always something we could do better, something we could do different, choices we could have made, and they're gone. Yesterday I lost 3 hours because I couldn't choose to get off a train and into a taxi because there was uncertainty on both sides of the decision. And I ended up burning an extra 2 hours on a train because I got stuck in a sunken cost syndrome. Like, I had already put in so much time, just waited out a little longer, and it never went. And it wrecked my family, it wrecked me, put strain on my marriage. Should have done a better job listening, right? I locked up. But like, it was an imperfect choice with limited information, and it's over. It's the same with every single workout you've done. You've made a choice to add a little weight or not add a little weight. Add a couple reps, not add a couple reps. Finish all 3 sets, do 2 sets. Do 1 set. Be busy, do no set, right? Like, we've all had those moments. Mine hit pretty hard at the end of the program. Yours might have been at the start of the beginning. But all we can do for the next week is keep making incremental choices in the right direction. Not perfect choices, but kind of keep edging ourselves towards what's challenging, what's good for us, and see where we land. If you walk half your marathon and you finish, that's great. If you get 4 miles into your marathon and something goes wrong with your knee or your hip or your back, there will be other half marathons. You can stop. Right? So make the best choices you can with the information you have from your body, from your mind. I think we talked about Kurt Schilling once. Bro was like only pitching when he was at home games because he could use a pinch hitter, and he had like his tendons stapled into his ankle and his sock was bleeding. Still pitched the game of his life or whatever. I think the Red Sox won the World Series. I don't know. I don't follow sports anymore because I have too many children. It's too hard. But like, you know, he made a choice that this was his last game. I mean, he might have played after that. I don't remember, but like, that was his World Series moment. If this half marathon is your World Series moment, you can make choices like that and have a really bad day the next day. And that is totally doable. Or you modify pace. And yes, even in a half marathon, you can modify distance. I trained for my first marathon when I was in college. It's the only one I attempted. And I trained, I was ready, and then it got canceled midway through because of like a severe thunderstorm. Like, police were making people leave the track. I was at 22 miles, 26.2. I had 4 miles left. It was hell. I didn't like it. And some people ignored the police and just finished out, which is what, looking back, I should have done so that I could check. Oh, that's a cool building. So I could get the achievement point, you know, for the full marathon. Never finished it. And in my life, had different complexity, had kids, got out of shape. A marathon has always been out of reach in this season of life, but I can't go back and change the decision to run the extra 4 miles to get it. What is this? It's definitely not Japanese architecture. This is... Oh, you can enter around the back. It's a cultural building. Nice. But so as you approach this half marathon, right, you know how old you are, you know how far you want to take this beyond, right? This could be your one and done. This could be something that becomes part of your lifestyle, like it is for me. Right, we've talked about thinking about what comes next for you. I think that's really important. So when you get to the lightning delay kind of moments, or your body is saying no, you got to think about what kind of run you want, what kind of experience you want. But I don't know, don't regret your choice. Right? I can never go back and finish that marathon. I listened to the police and got picked up by my wife, and I was sad. And it was over. Like, That's what it is. So this is your moving on talk. Maybe that's what I'm working on. Moving on from the workouts I didn't get to record with you, because I still keep thinking about re-recording them for people that need it. And I was like, no, it's just, this is how the half marathon program ended for me. And you either showed up for yourself or you didn't. I have to decouple. I got my next half marathon to run and train up for. This one's over. I'm not going to get that 11 miler back, or that 12 miler, or any of those moose lifts. I missed a lot of block 4. It's unfortunate. Could have had some nice strength gains, but I had great time with my family, and I gave my body, for the most part, the time it needed to recover from COVID. Vacation butted up against COVID, so now they're fighting a little bit. Now I'm like feeling more like bronchitis-y. I'm like, oh no. But I got out on my legs, I did a run, did a nice nature walk. Things are as good as they could be. So friends, be blessed, let go of all the things, all right? Thanks for hanging out with me for 50 minutes. I know the last walk wasn't planned. Don't even know if you're here anymore. But I'll see you tomorrow for Moose Lift, maybe? I don't know what I'm gonna do. See you around, friends.